Orlando Magic, right around the corner at the Romo Fijo. It is a 7 o'clock tip-off. So I guess the pregame will get going right after you get that keyword, right after we roll out of here at 6:30. Season opener, we'll put them in Brooklyn against the Nets on Wednesday, and then the home opener is the 27th against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Arizona Diamondbacks end up beating the Dodgers.
Yes.
And they made history last night. Did you see any of the game?
I
don't have skin in the Snakes-Dodgers series, but
I caught the big inning because I was doing my weekly show at East End in Lakewood.
Which one was the big inning?
The one where they hit 4 home runs in one inning.
Yeah. That's their history.
Yeah, that was it.
4 home runs in 1 inning.
Right field, Hayward toward the line, near the foul pole. Fair ball, home run. Might be worth a challenge. The camera doesn't lie.
Poundcake has been accused of having a foul pole.
Ha.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
In this case, and it looks foul.
The call in the field is confirmed. Foul ball.
That was a historical call right there. Never in the postseason has there been 4 home runs in an inning. Ever.
More than 100 years ago.
Postseason history.
Wow. So, Christian Walker has the home run erased and then hits the next pitch to the moon. There's your 4th home run.
Wow, it went all the way to the moon?
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ. No wonder it's historical. Wow, the moon. I guess Bob Costas, by the way, was not excited enough for some people. If you were following any of that in social media, there were a lot of people suggesting that his Dodgers bias was showing, that he was mad that they were losing. And it's funny when they talk to sportscasters. Joe Buck gets that a lot.
He gets it so much.
Dad was a big dude, and, he's like, people are like, Joe Buck hates, but he's like, the funny thing is, you get 20 people who will all say a different team. He's like, we don't care who, we might have teams that we're partial to because it might be from our hometown. Where's he from? St. Louis?
I don't even know.
Joe Buck? I think that's where he's from. So they were like, oh, he's got a Cardinals bias. And oh, no, he's from
Well, I just remember people losing their minds over him talking about Kyle Schwarber in the 2016
right, yeah,
World Series because he was just reiterating, because that's what you do as a broadcaster. We, the fans of the Guardians or the Indians at the time, have watched all the games, so we know, and it's getting pounded into our head. But there's a lot of casual people that are coming in. They don't know the Kyle Schwarber story about him getting hurt and rehabbing and having a great season. So he's just reiterating that, and people are getting so mad, like, oh, he just wants the Bucks. And I'm like,
Right.
Who cares? Even if he does, who cares? Like, who cares? Or he
how does
wants
that change your life?
Yeah, I don't know. People get so mad at announcers. I'm just like, turn it down then.
Yeah, Joe Buck is part of that because his dad, Jack Buck, was like a Hall of Fame St. Louis Cardinals announcer, and so they're very closely associated with that team. But, yeah, it is funny. So people are like, Bob Costas' Dodgers bias is showing. How? He's calling the game with another guy. He can't change the outcome of the game.
That's what you think. Attitude is everything, Alan.
Don't I know it? But, yeah. But it's not like Costas is not, he's not an L.A. guy. He's an East Coast guy. Why would he be biased in favor of the Dodgers? It's all silly. But the Diamondbacks over the Dodgers there, for people who are following October baseball. Very exciting. If you listen to us on iHeartRadio, we've got bureau chiefs in the aforementioned St. Louis and all over North America. You can leave messages there for us. Jerry listens in Palm Harbor, Florida. Erica is a new bureau chief in Gimpo, South Korea. Am I pronouncing that properly?
Mm-hmm.
Alex is in Houston, Texas.
Oh, I know people that live down there.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Laura listens in Stuttgart, Germany. And the Goose checks in from time to time, too.
Yo, guys, it's the Goose. Just wanted to let you know, I would love to take you guys on a real paranormal investigation, a real ghost hunt. Kind of my thing. It's what I do. It's kind of where the Goose came from. But I got some access and permissions to some of Cleveland's craziest locations. So I cordially invite you. Let me know. Love you, love them. Boo.
What is it? Thank you, Goose. I appreciate the offer.
Thanks, Goose.
What is
See, at the
I
ATM?
go on a goose hunt.
what is a real ghost hunt?
Where you don't find ghosts.
What is a real paranormal investigation?
One that he leads. That's what makes it real. Duh.
Oh, it's sponsored by Real, our sister station over here.
Oh, it is? Yeah. Yeah. Those hip-hop stations are really big into ghost hunts. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you, pal. I appreciate that.
Are we going to go? Show trip?
You won't even go to a haunted house.
Yeah, but that's different.
You hate that stuff.
Haunted houses, they're trying to scare you.
Yeah, but it's all fake. Just like a real ghost hunt.
You don't think
so
they're-
what's the difference?
You don't
Fake
think
real
they're
ghost hunt?
Yes.
You don't think they're just trying to scare you on a ghost hunt?
I've never been on a ghost hunt. I didn't know that was something you could actually do.
When I got home from the Foundry last night, Gwen's watching Ghost Adventures. Loves that show, right? Zach Bagans. When first time we went to Vegas a couple years ago, paid $90 a pop to go to that goddamn Zach Bagans haunted museum or whatever, right? Oh yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, but you're like, oh, you have air conditioning, and out here it's 113 degrees. I'll pay anything to get in there. But I'm watching this and I'm going, that show has been on a long time in various iterations. And I think by now most people have seen that show or they're familiar with the style of that show, right? They're like three dudes who at some point probably managed a Hooters and then they got themselves some night vision goggles and they're walking around and, finding ghosts. But you really have to take a very, very small bit of information and stretch it out into a half hour or an hour show. And they'll swear up and down. The beauty of those shows is how they try to convince you that what you are not hearing is what you are actually hearing. You know, where they'll do the subtitle of what the ghost is actually saying because they got it on a recording.
Greg.
It never once sounds like the recording. Listen closely. And they'll play it over. And it's like, Poundcake, what's the noise you always make?
He's on the
What
phone.
an ad-libber. Okay.
He's a ghost.
Yeah, he's a ghost. But,
Yeah.
they'll go, listen closely. And at the bottom of the screen, it'll say, I love you. No, nobody's saying that. Every bit of video evidence, quote unquote, is like it's a digital anomaly or it's a speck of dust in the room. But those shows have been on for a long, long time because people are fascinated by that stuff and they want to believe that those things are real. And so they purport these things as evidence.
I need clarification on this because there's a lot of dead people.
Mm-hmm.
So when do you become a ghost that doesn't cross over and you just hang out? And like why?
See, I don't know how much red tape there is. I don't know what the process is.
According to Beetlejuice, it seems like a lot.
Yeah, a long time.
It seems like a lot. It seems like you got to do a lot of things.
Like hundreds of years you could be sitting on that couch in the waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the rules are, but I just know that they're there. I don't need to understand it to believe
So,
in it.
maybe I'm even clear on what the rules are. So what are the rules?
I don't know the rules. I have no idea what makes a ghost.
You just said the rules.
But you believe in it.
I said I don't have to understand it to believe in it,
You don't have to understand the rules to believe in the rules.
to believe in the ghost. I don't have to understand
the rules
where
to
it
believe in
came
the
from
ghost.
to believe it exists.
So then what is the germ of the belief?
What do you mean?
What is the belief rooted in? If you don't have to understand anything or know where it comes from, then what is the root of the belief? That it's founded in what? It's got to be, the germ of it has to be something you do understand or think you understand. So what is the germ of that belief?
I don't know. I just believe in it. I just believe that ghosts are real.
With no underpinnings whatsoever. Absolutely
Probably a
no-
religious thing.
Okay.
But no, I've never sat down and been like, let me hash out exactly why I think this.
All
Probably
right. I mean, most people might give a half a second to examining their beliefs.
I don't think so. I think you're giving people a lot of credit on that.
Well, you're in therapy, though. You examine a lot of beliefs.
You
I
you're in
don't
therapy?
I'm
How's
not
that going?
going to therapy for my belief in ghosts. That's
No.
not exactly what we're talking about.
I didn't say
there.
that. Therapy is about examining your beliefs writ large, just
no, it
in
is
general.
Not. You're
Well,
not going to therapy for the
mine's
same
always
things
been.
I am.
No,
You're
I
going
know,
to
but-
therapy just to question your own beliefs?
I think that's fundamental to growing as a person.
But I don't think that's why people go to therapy.
It's one of the reasons. People go for a variety of reasons. I think for one of those, it's you have to figure
You're
out.
going to pay a stranger to ask you questions about your own beliefs.
Why is that any dumber than anything else?
I didn't say it was dumb.
Well, then why is that any different than anything else?
I equate therapy with having to cope or find my way through situations when I feel like I can't do it on my own. Like I'm lost.
The end result is just personal growth.
Sure.
I went to therapy to question Alan's beliefs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, can you believe he doesn't like butter?
This is crazy.
Crazy.
And his
Really
therapist said, I'm
But I
sorry, our
think-
time is up.
Also, when it comes to beliefs and questioning, a lot of people's beliefs can play into how they were trying to cope with something, and if they are questioning those beliefs, you have to re-examine how you're going to approach this coping or dealing with certain problems. I mean, that's one thing for me where I always thought I had to try and pray and do stuff to, like, use the Lord to try and get through problems. And when I walked away from those beliefs, I had to develop, I don't want to say actual, but working coping mechanisms to help me get through tougher situations. And so
I'm just saying beliefs don't come out of thin air.
Yeah.
There's a reason that everybody believes X, Y, and Z.
And myself being at odds with some of the beliefs, things that I was taught, and having those conflicting thoughts, that was definitely something that I talked about a lot in therapy, where this was taught to me as fact, and it didn't make sense to me once I realized it wasn't.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a very normal thing to explore in therapy.
But I don't know that people go to, and again, everybody's different, but you go into therapy because you say, I want to question the things I believe.
But you've
I wouldn't
never
quite-
broached the subject of ghosts in therapy?
No, Alan, I'm an addict whose dad died. Those are the big ones that we're kind of working on.
that's
but
a
you
ghost.
believe your dad's a
No,
ghost.
but I don't believe my dad's a ghost.
No, but I mean, like,
But you don't think he's in the ground and gone forever.
I think that he is dead and can never come back.
But you think he exists on some alternate plane.
And I don't know about that.
But do you believe that?
I don't know.
You know what you believe. I'm not saying.
Well, the thing is that you don't have to know what you believe. I don't know if I believe in heaven. I don't know if my dad is actually saved or if it works like that. If you can sin your whole life.
No, none of us. That's my point. None of us do. Do you believe that, though?
I don't know.
You don't know if you believe that your dad's in heaven.
I have no idea because I'm not sure that I believe that if heaven exists, that you can live your life completely backwards, say you're sorry when you're about to die, and then go to heaven. I don't know that that's how it works.
That's the kind of ghost
What
I
if
believe
I'm
in. The ones
really sorry?
like being haunted by, not his unfinished, but your unfinished business with him. Like that's what ghosts really are to me.
Is that you create a ghost?
Yes,
Because
exactly.
you have unfinished business
Yeah.
with the dead person.
Right. Well,
Maybe.
and unresolved issues, things,
Sure.
whatever you want to call it. That's more plausible version of a ghost where you're gonna, see signs. You're gonna see all these things that constantly remind you of them, and that being able to let go of that is kind of the work that you do in therapy.
Let me give away this money here. It's $1,000, courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie. About once an hour you get one of these, so I hope you win. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Cash. That's cash. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Hey, Nitch.
Hey, Alan. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
What's up?
Backtracking a little bit, just had a really cool kind of recommendation of like one of those real life, the most haunted kind of places. There's a place called the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. It was one of the longest running lunatic asylums, and it's in West Virginia. And my wife and I stopped there just like a couple months back on a road trip. It's supposed to be like one of the most haunted like places and all this like real stories and all that stuff, but we didn't see anything, hear anything. Or
Is the West Virginia legislature trying to get it shut down because it has trans in the name?
no, they shut it down quite a long time ago, but it was like the longest running and operating insane asylum in like the United States.
It is wild that they just used to put people, before they knew what anything was. They're like, we tried drilling into his brain. That didn't do anything.
I love the word lunatic, though. Like, you're not crazy. You're a lunatic.
You're a werewolf.
You're a loon.
Well, it comes from the moon,
just a
Poundcake.
Real life place. I just wanted to recommend. So.
Okay, thank you, Nitch. Poundcake, lunatic isn't the long word for loon, right?
No, I've heard people call someone a loon, though.
No, I know. But that's not, yeah, okay. You're a loon. I love it.
Why are you so quiet?
And I hear you go,
I goes back.
I show up, you go,
I just wish we could have one
Yes,
conversation.
some bitch. What?
I just wish we could have one conversation about ghosts and spirits without you butting in.
I don't show up every single time. I show up when I think I'm needed.
Oh, so you're needed.
Well, I heard that you might want to go on a ghost hunt.
No, not me. That wasn't me.
How about you try to come and find me?
No, you come
I'm
find me.
I'm always doing the work. Why am I the only one in this relationship that doesn't work?
Because you stalked me. I didn't do it.
I don't stalk you.
You've been following me since 16, predator.
I don't stalk you, man. I playfully locate you on a regular basis.
Playfully locate me. Okay.
Come on, man. What's the problem?
I'm just saying, you've been following me around for a long time from house to house.
I gave you some space. Then I decided to check in, and all I get is,
I don't know. You just,
some bitch.
I expect you, but I'm still shocked every time you pop in. That's all.
Well, element of surprise is my most potent quality, my friend. That's all I'm trying to do is surprise you from time to time.
Okay, well.
I mean, if I heard you coming around, I wouldn't go, I go, oh, it's my buddy Poundcake. Does he have his wiener out?
And you're like, yeah.
Of course he does. That's right.
That's what I do.
That's what you do.
That's what I do, baby.
All right. I just heard ghost hunt, and I thought, well, okay, well, maybe he's trying to get a message to me without coming right out and saying it, man.
Coming right out and saying it, yep.
All right.
Well, no.
Because I can show you a good time, is all I'm saying.
How so?
I mean, we go looking for ghosts.
So
Some of my friends.
I was gonna say, you got like a ghost rendezvous? Like there's just a meetup where all the ghosts hang out?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a lunatic asylum?
I don't know what that is, but no, usually it's just at a McDonald's.
That sounds about right, actually.
Yeah, of course. There's plenty of space.
Okay.
You know.
Well, no, I don't want to go on any ghost hunts. That's not my thing. It's not my jam. I have enough spirits following me, peeking on me when I don't necessarily want them to. So I'm not going to go and
You
seek them
got
out.
other ghosts on me looking at you? Those are the real stalkers, man, not me. I'm just checking in on you. I'm just checking to find out the state of your wiener.
The state of my wiener is fine.
State of your wiener is not fine. I've seen it. You need to calm down, son.
Well, I mean, I'm alone in my place now, so it's just
No,
kind
you're not. You're never alone, Poundcake. I'm always watching. I mean, I'm always playfully locating you, is what I mean.
Okay, well, I appreciate that goes back.
Now you got me going, Fine, you get it right back from me.
Okay.
What happened?
We had a visitor.
Otherworldly.
I can't believe anybody has a hard time believing in ghosts. We have ghosts
Call in the show.
calling the show constantly.
Pass through a semi-permeable membrane from another dimension? You mean?
Yeah.
Well, Poundcake, ingrate as always. That's fine.
He's
It's
the
okay.
only one that knows the ghost of Poundcake's past. Like, he's seen everything.
Yeah. I got a break here. I want to get those KISS tickets. I will have those for you closer to 5:20. It's going to be the last pair you get from me this week. They are set up to do their last show in Cleveland ever on October 22nd at the Romo Fijo. So we'll hand those off in a